dear, sounds terrible, doesn't it? There's a reason for that. Now, today I want to talk to you about the obligations of friendships, especially amongst females. Friendship obligations. Friendship obligations. Friendship obligations. Friendship obligations. Now, what am I talking about? I'm talking about how we, particularly as women, tend to obligate ourselves to unwritten, even unspoken rules. And what I mean by that is the expectation that friends should behave in a certain way, and perhaps sometimes we can feel guilty if we don't behave that way, or perhaps sometimes what we judge others for is actually a projection of some of the personal issues going on in our lives. And I think in particular with females, we can tend to analyse a lot. And, we often talk about men needing to learn from women, but if I'm quite frank with you right now, I would suggest that sometimes women need to take a leaf out of a man's book. Now, hold your horses. I'm not suggesting in every area of life, but just simply in the area of analysis. I mean, how many times have you walked into a room, two females and a male, and woman number one, we'll call her Sally just for a name, has been extremely nice to Judy, and Judy says she's being horrible, and Mark, who's nearby, says, "What are you talking about?" She just said, "How are you?" And Judy says, "But Sally intended this, or meant this, or whatever." And I guess one of the things I want to suggest is that instead of getting really caught up in those smaller issues, that perhaps think of the bigger picture. When you're, say, if you live to 70, 80, 90, 100, 120, whatever, are those little issues going to really matter then? Are you really going to want to hold on to those issues in the last days of your life? Are you really going to say, "I wish I had more times of holding a grudge"? Or are you going to be wishing that perhaps you didn't analyse those things? And so I just really encourage you, this is a special segment for women about letting some issues go. As I've mentioned previously, forgiveness can be wise, if not even for the other person, just for your own health and well-being. Forgiveness is not about because the other person deserves it, it's just because you choose to give that gift, not only for them, but for yourself. I'm speaking quite quickly because I don't want this to be a long segment, but I just really encourage you to walk in love, consider treating others how you'd like to be treated yourself, and decide to focus on the more positive things in life, the things that are really important, the things that you want to leave a legacy for one day, and making the most of every day, because once the day is gone, it's gone. So it's a rather serious note, and I'm going to get back to my beach now. So once again, release yourself from those friendship obligations, and the obligations you feel that others have towards you, and the obligations that you put on yourself. Don't worry about the rules for how you should be, they should be. Just consider loving others, forgiving others, and focusing on what's important in life. And you'll find that some of those little issues really are just that, little issues. My name is Susan Something, and this is a special issue on female friendships and the bigger picture. Goodbye.